Namaste, greeting from New Delhi everyone. Today is my day 6 in India and I'm still in New Delhi, and so far I'm really enjoying my adventure. I'm loving it here. I'm so happy to be back. So after almost a week staying here, I realized that New Delhi is surprisingly quite affordable when compared to Laos. I mean, everywhere I go, I would compare between my home country Laos and the place that I'm in, how expensive these two places are. In New Delhi, I managed to stay on average of $20 per day, and that includes accommodation and food. Here in India is a little bit cheaper than Laos, like not a lot. Like let's say food I would pay on average between $1.50 to $4 per meal, and sometimes it includes water and sometimes not. And then accommodation here is cheaper than in Laos as well. For example, this room is quite a nice one. This one I paid for $9.50, like let's say $10 per night, and that is quite, quite luxury to me, because every time when I travel, usually I would stay in a dorm room. But in India, in New Delhi, I'm not that adventurous, so I prefer my own privacy, and because it's quite affordable, just go for it. So yeah, and by the way, because I'm staying close to the railway station where the Arakasan road is, so this area is quite touristy actually, and despite of that, it's still quite affordable. However, if you go to other places like Connaught Place or Rajiv Chowk, there is where the high street, the shopping centers are. Those are expensive places. For example, I had lunch there, and the cheapest meal that I saw was between 300 to 600, so that is $4 to $7-8 per meal. And here I paid like huge portion of rice chicken that cost me only 150 rupee to 300, that's all. So anyway, so overall New Delhi is quite affordable for a low budget traveler like myself, and you'll be fine if you can manage to live on $20 per day. Yeah. So there's one more thing that I'd like to share with you in today's video. Is about this $100 note. This is the old note. So if you have these old notes in India, you will get less value. Not just only in India, also in Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. When I went to the bank in Laos before I left for holiday, more than half of the bills they gave me are this old notes. And I should have said something about it, because in Laos, if you have this note and if you go change, you will get less value. But I thought maybe other countries would be different. But I was wrong. The moment I arrived in Hanoi and I went for a change with this note, I got less, like 10% less value, and also in India. So when I first changed my money here in New Delhi with this new note, I got the full value. So $1 is equal 82 rupee, and with this new note I got 8,200 rupees. But yesterday I changed the old note and I got only 6,500 rupees, so that's more than 10%. So yeah, if you have these old notes, please keep in mind that you're gonna lose the value. And if you come to Laos, to Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and if you're trying to get money from the bank in dollars, and if they give you these old notes, please make sure you change it into new notes like this. I think part of the reasons that the bank gave me this is because they're trying to get rid of it. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, it was a mistake, so I should have known. So yeah, anyway, that's it for today's video, and I hope it helps you. If you plan to travel to India, what's the average expenses you expect to pay per day, and for food and accommodation and stuff like that. Thanks for following me. Bye bye.